Okay, this is part 2 of my talk about acacia, DMT, dimethyltryptamine, and its associated chemicals. I mean, there's variations of it. Dimethyltryptamine, you might not have heard that word, but you might have heard of serotonin, melatonin. These chemicals are all similar. So, and I've never done dissecting a cadaver to go and find out, but the reports are, from those who say they've done it, that dimethyltryptamine is found in various parts of your human body and in various plant sources like acacia and ayahuasca, you might have heard of. So for most people, unless you've got some kind of a religious exemption, or you're in a country where they've legalized all chemicals for use, it's illegal for you to have this stuff. In my first talk, I said, when I was a boy, when they were talking about drug abuse at public school, they would send us to the addiction research place, and we would get pamphlets so we could, give a talk on what these different things were. So I'm not going to lobby for legalization of these illegal drugs. Other people do, and they've all got their reasons. I'm not going to lobby for ducks being cute. Those are mallards, if you can see. So why did I bring it up? Because we live in a world of, and there's not many, so you can try and put it all together and come to your own conclusions. What conclusion do I recommend? I don't recommend any conclusion at all. Don't come to a conclusion. Continue on your path and see where it brings you. What can you learn from the acacia plant? I mean, somebody made a t-shirt that says acacia on it, and it's all kind of tie-dye and day-glow. So, it wasn't me. I didn't make this t-shirt. I didn't buy it. I got it cheaply at the Value Village. Somebody's got a promotion going. They want you to take note of the day-glow and the words acacia. Then they want you to go and use your search engine on the internet to figure out what it is and why on earth they're making t-shirts about acacia with day glow all around them. So I'm not going to do your homework for you, but I'm going to ask you to keep an open mind and do your research and try and figure out why someone is promoting this plant that is pretty much illegal around the world, according to International Treaty on Psychotropic Drugs, which probably was passed long before many of you were born that are watching this video. So, how do you feel about people long ago banning you from certain plants? Why would they ban you from certain plants? Well, they're psychotropic. What does that mean? It somehow influences your mind, and we don't want that to happen. We being, well, lawmakers. Well, if you're a good detective, you have to look for motivation. What motivates someone to do a crime? What motivates politicians to tell you you can't have acacia? Well, come on, I'm looking for all of you to come up with some answers. Why can't you have them? Why did these lawmakers pass these laws way long time ago? And why didn't more recent lawmakers change the laws again? What is their motivation for keeping these things illegal? I mean, they're natural plants that grow on a natural planet called planet Earth. I mean, are they going to ban crows from the sky? You can't have crows. You can't have grass. No, they don't do that, but they say you can't have acacia. What motivates people to pass laws? Well, if you're a Republican, you might say, well, it's for the good of the country. But anybody that watches politicians for any length of time knows that they have no desire to do anything good for the people. All they want to do is enrich themselves. They're filthy, dirty things, and that's why Donald Trump was elected to be the president, because he was going to drain the swamp. In other words, clean up politics. Has he cleaned up politics? No. He is more dirty than most of them. How do I know? Well, just go and look at the people that he's pardoned. Murderers and fraudsters. Why would you pardon murderers and fraudsters and say that you're there to drain the swamp? I think he's the most vile creature on the planet right now, Donald Trump. But, that's my humble opinion. So I'm going to tell you one possible reason why lawmakers pass laws against acacia. They don't know what acacia can do for you. That doesn't make any sense. If you didn't know, then you wouldn't worry about it. Would you? Or they know what acacia can do for you, and they don't want you to find out. Because if you find out what plant medicines can do for you, they might lose control of you. You might change your opinion on everything that's all around you. And what are lawmakers all about? Controlling you with laws and helping out their buddies with lots of money so they can have all kinds of stuff and have the power of God to go and pardon murderers and fraudsters. Because that's what Donald Trump does. I'm going to leave it there. Do your research. Try and figure it out. If you don't think that politicians are against you, okay, what did you just come up with in that blank space? Jot it down on a piece of paper. What you got? I'll give you lots of time to jot it down. Just push pause. Okay, you back? Okay, I'll give you what I came up with. Why I think politicians are against you. Because if you knew who you really were, you wouldn't be afraid of them. You wouldn't be afraid of all their And what's the biggest enemy of man? Fear. Why is it the biggest enemy of man? Because fear keeps you small. It keeps you from exploration. Fear. What's your purpose on this planet? If you listen to the politicians, it's to be their employees, being paid shitty wages and living in substandard housing and eating shitty GMO food. That's what they want for you. The politicians and the ones that employ them. You know, everyone knows, Donald Trump said, it's rigged, folks. It is. It's rigged against you by the people who have everything. So I'm going to tell you your purpose on planet Earth, and this has got nothing to do with getting a job and, you know, passing the time until you're retired and ready to go and drop dead in a grave. That's not your purpose on planet Earth, but you're told that. So you're lied to. What is your purpose? Find some acacia, something like that. See what answers you come up with. I know, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid they're going to catch me and put me in jail, ruin my life. Well, you see, that's why they did it. They don't want you to know what you might learn from plant medicines. Because if you had the freedom to explore, you might come to the conclusion that it's time for all these lawmakers to go. They're the prison guards on prison planet Earth. And I already told you Donald Trump's the most vile of them all, and he's pardoned. That means he's let somebody out of jail who was a torturer and a murderer, and somebody else who was a great fraudster. But don't believe me, you go look it up. Plenty of other topics, you can keep tuning in, and I'll keep whittling away at whatever issues seem to come my way for the day. I'm Harry Weaver, your narrator, talking to you about acacia, plant medicine.